Hi, this is David Jackel on behalf of Expert Village, and I'm here to talk to you about booking a show at a non-traditional venue. So what is a non-traditional venue? Well, if a traditional venue is a rock club, a non-traditional venue is a place like a school, or a church, or a community center, or maybe an art space, a loft, anything like that, where you could physically put on a show, but it isn't a place where people normally do it. Now, why would you want to do that? One reason, as I mentioned earlier, is that you want to transfer a show that was originally at a club somewhere else you can still put on the show. But another reason is maybe you want to put on a different kind of show. You don't want to have to deal with a club. You want to have more space. You want to have a more artsy environment. Maybe you don't want to deal with all the gunk that you usually have to deal with when you're at a traditional rock club. Whatever the reason is, there are a lot of benefits to playing at non-traditional venues. For example, you get a different type of audience, you may have a lot more freedom, and you may not have the burden of trying to bring in a certain amount of people, which means you don't have to worry about the money the same way. Now, how are you going to book these? Well, if it's a community center, you can call them up and say, hey, I'd like to put on a show at your location. Can we do it as a fundraiser for you? And that way they can charge a small amount at the door. Let's say it's $2 or something really small, maybe $5. And then people come, and the show doesn't cost that much to put on because you take care of everything. You supply the PA, you supply all the equipment. You'll have to do more legwork if you're doing a non-traditional venue, but on the other hand, you won't be beholden to the venue the way you are if you're doing a rock show. If you want to play at a party, then you get in touch with people who are involved in a scene and say, hey, I'd like to do a show, can we play at your loft, something like that. And people are often into this kind of thing because it's a lot of fun. The one thing you're going to have to remember, though, is that non-traditional venues rarely pay very well. So if you're not doing a club, you're not doing a college gig or corporate, and you're doing something like someone's synagogue, or you're doing, you know, the YMCA or whatever, that'll be a lot of fun, and you'll probably get a good audience, but you may not make any money. But if getting an audience is the most important thing for you, then it's a good idea.